Alexander Isak's response as Newcastle make final decision on Liverpool transfer. Newcastle have told Alexander Isak that he will not be sold this summer amid transfer interest from Liverpool, with the player not impressed by the Magpies firm. Stance.Alexander Isak has been left fuming after Newcastle made it clear to him that he will not be sold this summer, ending his hopes of a move to Liverpool. The Swede was told of the club's decision, with the Telegraph reporting he did not take it well and will continue training away from the first team. Isak has been informed that until he accepts that, he will not be getting the move away he wanted. He will not play for Newcastle after being left out of their preseason games. Eddie Howe has been the club's spokesperson and had been open and honest about the possibility that Isak could leave the club after 3 years, but their Saudi Arabian have taken a hard line regarding their refusal to sell. Liverpool were told that Newcastle were not going to consider a sale when they saw bid worth around £110 million rejected last week, which has resulted in them backing away from further negotiations. The Reds have confirmed they won't up their offer unless the stance at St James Park changes. It is understood that even if a new striker is signed by Newcastle, they will not U-turn on their firm stance regarding Isak's future. Howe has been aware of the hierarchy's stance, has been left to smooth things out with the player. Newcastle's decision not to officially discipline the player has been a conscious decision. Isak didn't go on their preseason tour of Asia, but later was seen training at former club Real Sociedad. The club are aware that it will be easier to reintegrate him into the squad if they take a soft approach in that sense. Newcastle believes the 25-year-old will have to accept that he cannot just try to force his way out of the club. Howe, though, has admitted that whilst he would love to have Isak back in the group, he cannot include him as things stand given his conduct, and doubted he would play in next weekend's Premier League opener. He said, "We've had discussions, and it's clear at the moment that we can't involve him with the group. I don't know how long that will be for, but that's the latest. I'd want Alex to be playing today. I'd want him training tomorrow. We would love the player to be with us. Let me make that absolutely clear. There's no part of me that doesn't want that outcome, but I don't see the current situation changing for Aston Villa." Liverpool midfielder confirms agreement to join Newcastle United. An exciting midfielder has left Liverpool, and he's on his way to join Newcastle United. Right now, the main saga unfolding between the Magpies and the Reds is over Alexander Isak. Ever since the summer began, Liverpool have been actively pursuing a move for the Swedish international. At this stage, it's very clear that Isak wants to move to Liverpool and that the Reds would be very keen in signing him. For now, Liverpool have to play the waiting game, hoping Newcastle get their act in order and bring in replacements for Isak. Until then, nothing can be agreed between the two sides. Newcastle don't want to let Isak leave without a replacement in place. But interestingly, this is not the only transfer saga between the two sides. There is another saga where Liverpool are at a losing end, and where Newcastle are expected to come out as the winners. We're talking about Isaac Moran, a promising midfielder in Liverpool's academy. In fact, Moran is one of the most highly rated players in the club's youth setup. Well, he was, until he made his decision to leave Liverpool. Moran was expected to sign a scholarship with the Reds, however, instead he has confirmed on his Instagram account that he is leaving the Reds. Moran has represented England at youth level, and he is represented by the same agency as Trent Alexander-Arnold. Another boyhood Red is now leaving, and just like Alexander-Arnold, he's leaving on a free. Where he is leaving has already been confirmed as Newcastle United. Moran is expected to join the Magpies and continue his development there. He's not the only high-profile player leaving the club over the course of the last few weeks. Highly rated Ruben Savas joined Everton's academy from Liverpool. In another blow to the academy, Liverpool will now hope these players don't come back to haunt them. Anthony Gordon was famously at Liverpool's academy before he caught the eye. At Everton, and now at Newcastle, he's an example to follow for Savas and Moran. Clearly, they both view that the best course of action for their development is away from Liverpool. That's a lesson to learn here for the club's academy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more updates about Liverpool